I thank Salwa for her remarks. I now invite Ms. Jeannette Frangieh, founder and director of Himaya, Daeem, Aataa, to make a closing statement.
Madam the Vice President, Excellency, distinguished delegates, esteemed colleagues and friends. As we come to the close of this important gathering at the ECOSOC Humanitarian Affairs Segment, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each of you for your commitment, your voices, and your patience for advancing a more just, inclusive, and effective humanitarian system. Over these past days, we have shared experiences, challenges, and visions for a reset, one that centers the voices and leadership of those often left at the margins, especially women-led organizations and local actors. Mr. Tom Fletcher, the UN Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator, was as clear as a crystal, saying that women leadership is in the heart of the humanitarian reset. As we speak of a humanitarian reset, we must name the truth. There is growing pushback against gender equality, while gender-based violence remains a daily, unrelenting crisis. This is not the time to compromise on our values. Rather, we must double down on our fight for gender equality for all, and to rethink about what it is life-saving. Moreover, localization is not just a matter of funding. It's fundamentally an ethical imperative. It's about recognizing the dignity, expertise, and leadership of local communities and women-led organizations as equal partners in shaping a humanitarian action. We need to trust in local leadership. We need to trust in community, to trust in humanity. And as we reflect on what we have learned and the path forward, let us remember that our collective progress depends not only on what we fund, but on who we trust, who we empower and include. Saying that, it's imperative to institutionalize direct and pool funding to go directly to local and women-led organizations. And when we say pool funds in general and not only for UN ones, and we are ambitious for more than 70%. A simplified risk-based funding mechanisms that allow WLOs to access funds without excessive administrative burdens. Guarantee equal participation and representation in humanitarian leadership and coordination. Invest in core flexible and long-term institutional support. We need a harmonized due diligence tools across UN agencies and donors aligned with local realities and capacities. Promote mutual accountability frameworks where international actors are also assessed on how well they empower and include local leadership. We need to track on funding flows, leadership inclusion, and benchmark progress on localization and women-led organization inclusion. Finally, localization is not a technical choice. It's a political and moral one. So let this reset be the moment we build a system not just for communities, but with the community and led by the community. So let's all walk the talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeannette, for your remarks. I now invite Ms. Lisa Downton, Director of the Financing and Partnerships Division of Aataa, to make a closing statement. Lisa.
Thank you so much, Madam Vice President. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's an